Sophia McIntyre. Number 3 DS senior from Columbiaville, Michigan, Taylor Blitz. Number 4 setter senior from Siloam Springs, Arkansas, Chloe Price. Number 5 outside hitter from Wichita Falls, Reagan Naka. Number 6 DS sophomore from Fort Smith, Arkansas, Macy Grims. Number 7 outside, redshirt sophomore from Greenwood, Arkansas, Hannah Watkins. Number 9 setter sophomore from Lee's Summit, Missouri, Kendall Smits. Number 10 outside, a sophomore from Denton, Kaylin Gunn. Number 11 outside, redshirt junior from Grand Prairie, Nia Anderson. Number 12 outside, a senior from Sao Paulo, Brazil, Paula Fergali. Number 13 libero, senior from Nixon, Missouri, Lauren Weber. Number 14 outside, freshman from Van Buren, Arkansas, Brianna Dahl. Number 16 outside junior from Katy, Lacey Martowski. Number 17 middle blocker from sophomore from Lee's Summit, Missouri, Caitlin McDonald. Number 12 middle blocker, senior from Houston, Angelina Hardison.
Welcome to the Lone Star Conference Network matchup against the number one seed, University of Arkansas Fort Smith Lions, playing at the Box in Canyon, Texas, against the number 2 seed and number 5 in the nation, West Texas A&M Lady Buffs. Folks, we're gonna have some great volleyball here tonight between these two teams. It's gonna be a top matchup right now. The Lady Buffs are tied for second with a record of 7-1. They're tied with Angelo State and only have one loss. And the Fort Smith Lions are 6-0 in conference play. Overall, they're 16-3, and no losses in the Lone Star Conference thus far. We're going to see them coming out really strong on both sides of the net, and it's a good-sized crowd here in the Box so far. We had a tailgate earlier, starting at 4, so we've got a few people straggling in from that tailgate area, so it's going to be a lot of fun here. The starting lineup for the Lions is, of course, going to be number 4, Chloe Price, their setter. She runs a 5-1, which means she stays on the court the whole time, and she'll play front row as setter. So she's running a 5-1. She's a 5'8 senior from Siloam Springs, Arkansas. She came from Hutchinson Community College, where she was a standout setter there as well. There are quite a few community college players from the NJCAA who have transferred up into the Lions roster. They're looking really solid there. Along with the setter, we have number 11, Nia Anderson. She's a redshirt junior from Grand Prairie, Texas, and she's a 5'8 outside hitter. The other outside hitter for the Lions is, of course, going to be Kaylin Gunn, the 5'8 sophomore from Denton, Texas. Has been leading the Lions in kills, and she'll be leading the Lions tonight, their offense, as she's a 6 rotation outside hitter. So that means she'll be staying on the court the whole time. We also have in the middle Hannah Watkins, number 7, the middle blocker, 6'6". She's a redshirt sophomore from Greenwood, Arkansas, and she transferred in from University of Central Arkansas. So she's a hometown native player and staying in the home state of Arkansas and just taking the Lions offense up and defense on that net. She leads the Lions in blocks with 83 on the season. So we'll see a lot of action from her here at the net. And then we have number 5, Reagan Macha, an outside hitter, 5'8". She's a senior from Wichita Falls, Texas. She's a true 4-year player. She did not transfer in, so that's really cool to see. She's been with the Lions for the past 4 years. And then, of course, rounding out the top 6, we have number 20, Angelina Hardison, another middle blocker. She's 6'1". She's a senior from Houston, Texas, and she did transfer in from Missouri State West Plains, another community college. They're really good. They're always in the top 5 in the nation in the NJCAA. So I'm excited to see what they're going to bring to the Box today and see their aggressiveness. They've always obviously been doing some things right to be 6-0 in the Lone Star Conference play. Now on the other side of the net, the home side, we have the Lady Buffs in the Box. Of course, we're going to see a 6-2 from the Lady Buffs. That means they run 2 setters and 2 opposite hitters, so they always have 6 people on the floor, like always, but they always have 3 hitters across the net at any given time. Starting for the Lady Buffs, of course, number 1, Emma the Wrecker Becker. We call her the Wrecker because she puts dents in floors. She's really wrecking up some floors here lately. She leads the Lady Buffs offense in kills. And then beside her we have number 4, Tatum Stowe, the All-American freshman middle blocker last year for the reigning national championship team. Now she's a sophomore. She's been holding her own offensively and defensively. And then our outside hitters, Tori the Terminator Miller, starting the front line. And then Bryn Wright, the transfer in from Rhode Island. She's a junior transfer and one of 3 transfers in for the WT team. Right next to her, the libero, Briley Contreras, who transferred in from Stephen F. Austin University out in East Texas. But she's a native girl. She's from Canyon, Texas, played at Canyon High School. And then we have the setter, number 9, Ainsley Malice, who transferred in. She's from Arizona, but she went out and played school in New York. Now here she is in good old Canyon, Texas. The libero for the Lions on the other side, we have number 12, Paula Fragile from Brazil, Sao Paulo. We'll see the first serve here from Chloe Price, their setter. Nice pass from the Terminator going down line. We're going to see some great defense on both sides. That first call is going to go to the Lady Buffs. Paula, the libero, is calling a touch on that. That's something I like to see from international players. They get really fired up with refs. I was in the junior college realm for a little bit coaching, and yeah, international players, they call it, they see it. That's called fighting for the ball. And here we are. We see a call on the other side of the net. The Lady Buffs were looking for a catch and throw on that. We call that a lift, but they saw it as clean. That's Hannah Watkins in the middle. We'll see a lot of Hannah's play right here. Just throwing the ball around. They're known for that. The offense for the Lions are known for placing the ball very well. Good pass here. There's the Wrecker. Emma, the Wrecker, number 1, with that kill. Getting the box a little fired up here. The main goal for the Lady Buffs is to pass well, to have a solid offense on all 3 sides, outside, middle, and right side. And the Lions plan, I saw head coach Jane Sargent, who's been there for 25 years. She's got a great, incredible record there. 711 wins in her 25-year career. She said on film that she's trying to serve tough to get the Lady Buffs out of system. We've got a Bryn Wright kill on the outside there. This is going to be really good. Out of system play. Big swing from the back row by the Lions. Little misconnect there from the Lady Buffs. Trying to get something going from the middle from Carly Evitz, another hometown player for the Buffs. She also went to Canyon High School. Played ball with the libero Briley Contreras. But we'll get that kill for the Lions here. Serves out a little too far. That's what we're going to see in these first few play, folks. Both sides of the net. It's a little toasty in the box right now, and everyone's got a little bit of jitters going on. It's the number 1 and number 2 team in the Lone Star Conference playing against each other. So once we see everyone calm down, we'll start to see a lot of good volleyball play here. But it's already been pretty aggressive. They're going to the backside. Good pickup from the Lady Buffs there. That's when they have 3 options. Cammie Jones on the right side coming in. Quick setter dump from Chloe Price. She's aggressive. And Carly Evitz, they did make connection there on that 3 play. That's Blair Moreland with the assist. This is when we're running the 6-2. Moreland, number 14, and Cammie Jones, number 10, coming in for the Lady Buffs. Good connect there. We're seeing a pass going to the middle blockers right there. I love it, a middle game. Cammie Jones on the backside. We'll see what she does with it. That's Kaylin Gunn in the middle back. She's also second on the team in digs, so she truly is an all-around player. She's leading the Lions offense, but she's also second in digs right behind the libero. That ball will land a little out right there. Lady Buffs are going to hold on to that challenge. They were looking at Coach saying, hey, that ball was touched, the ball was in, but Coach Potts being a little fragile with her challenges right now. We'll see what they do with this ball. Carly Evitz up and over the block. She's sitting on the outside right there. Very versatile player on the court. I've talked with her before. She plays a lot of sandball, and she plays with a lot of guys. She'll go play some volleyball against men and play on a men's net, and she's dominating in the men's league too. She said she'll do that over the summer when she's able to and has a little bit of time, but nothing too serious. She said it's just pick up rec ball and just goes to open courts and sees what she can play. We'll see an ace from Emma Patterson here coming in as a DS in the back row. Nice swing. Kaylin Gunn with that tip. And WT will throw it back down there in the court. It's a good look. Have you heard that sound? That's from the band in the box. They like to get into these games a lot, and they do a great job of keeping the fans engaged too. Good pass from the Lions going out to Kaylin Gunn. She's got a nice roll shot. Contreras is there, but just shanks it and on the other side of the net. Lady Buffs are up by 2 in the first set. The ball goes off Tori Miller's head and over the net. Good coverage by your head. Way to use every part of your body. And they recover a tip over by the Lions. They like to really throw some stuff over the net, but their defense is really solid. It's fun to see. Kaylin Gunn on the outside. What does she do with it? Tools it off the block onto the Lady Buff side. That was kind of a crazy point right there to see. Yeah, and the bench has their head, patting their head on the Lions side. Tori Miller was really using her head right there. A long serve. That's 2 service errors for the Lions and only 14 points. You want to serve tough, and you'll see some of those missed serves, but you really want to serve tough to make the other team think about playing it. That's the goal here. An out-of-system pass. Tooling off the block. Number 11, Nia Anderson, the other outside hitter. We've got Chloe Price, the setter for the Lions, staying front row. So this is where the 5-1 comes in handy. She's got 2 hitters in the front, and she's going to be setting front row. So a lot of opportunities to be aggressive there. Tori Miller with the down ball. It does go down. And if you caught that little bit of that last play, Chloe Price just went up to set or dump it real quick. We'll see a lot of aggressive plays from her. That's what you like to see with a setter that has 712 assists, but right there in the mix with all the kills with the team. A nice pass by the Lions. They're coming in. I didn't see a touch on that, but the ref did. They're just going to throw it over. We'll see going backside to the wrecker. Making right back play, going outside. The Lions do a great job of just throwing the ball over when least expected. Yeah, and there's that deep kill from Watkins in the middle. She's the 6'6" middle blocker. She's a sophomore, so she's got a lot of time here with the Lions. And she's a transfer in from Central Arkansas, so she's been pretty pivotal for the Lions so far this season. There's Miller with her own tip right in the middle of the court. That's a hard ball to pick up. You've got 5 people looking at it and deciding who's going to get it. We'll see Miller back to serve here. A nice drop into it. Lady Buffs are able to pick it up and going to Bryn right on the outside. Great pickup from Bola. The libero, seeing the outside hitter again. Good cut shot. Becker on the backside. Just lands a little low, and Watkins leading the Lions in blocks and is able to get her hands over on that ball and put it down. When you have a 6'6" middle that can move as well as she's moving across the net, I mean, you're going to have to be really smart with your shots. The Lady Buffs are going to have to see that open court past that block. They can't go through her. She's pretty big, but we'll see just like that. Tatum Stowe placing the ball in the back left corner of the court. Not necessarily trying to put it down so much, just placing. And that's what the Lions do really well, too. They place the ball. So it's going to be a lot of finesse on the court right now. That ball sails long for the Lady Buffs. We'll see a middle switch coming in. We have number 20, Angelina Hardison, coming in for the Lions. That's Fergali with the ace for the Lions. We've got a tied game here, folks. 11-11. It's almost like it's a clean slate now. And first to 25 is what we're playing to. It's always a win by 2 situation. We'll see what the Lady Buffs. Perfect pass there. What do they do? Good pickup there from the Lady Buffs. Going back row for Miller. Fergali with that pass. Really nice connection with Price and Hardison right there from the middle. The pass is about 12 feet off the net. Price finds her middle blocker and leads that ball to the net so that Hardison has some room to swing. Really good connection there. A little bit of a tight set, and they're able to get it up. Nice free ball going over. Let's see what the Lady Buffs do with it. Find the middle. Another great pickup from the right back. Lady Buffs will get another opportunity here. A little bit of a misconnect from the free ball. They'll give a free ball themselves. See where they're going. Outside. Some good connection there and great defense on the Lions side. They'll go up by 2 points now. Becker's getting a block on that, but able to recover herself. Roll shot, good pickup from Malice. They're really placing the ball here as the Lions go up by 3. And the Lady Buffs will call their first timeout of the match. The score is 11 WT to 14 Fort Smith. We'll be back after these messages.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
Welcome back to Lone Star Conference Network. We're the WT Thunder Vision hosting this broadcast for WT. We're in the box in Canyon, Texas right now, where Fort Smith is leading the Lady Buffs 14-11. Not with that swing, though. That's an outside hitter kill by Bryn Wright, the junior transfer. She had no block there, which means that the middle blocker, Carly Evitz, was doing a darn good job and great decision-making there from Ainsley Malice, the setter. That's really what you want to see on the net is a no block or one-person block situation. We'll see what the response is. It's a hitting error from the Lions. Chloe Price is the setter. She's setting back row, so they have 3 hitters front row. And Lady Buffs will always have 3 hitters front row. They're running a 6-2. Moreland back with the serve. We'll see the middle blocker tip in the middle. That's a pancake, folks. It's not breakfast. It's just a pancake. So we call when the ball hits the top of your hand as you slide it over. And Cammie Jones, the right side for the Lady Buffs, says, hey, I can tip too, and gets it right up and over the block. Pretty good response from the Lady Buffs as they go on a 3-0 run here. Going back to the middle, that's a tip. Evitz gets her hands on it. Good coverage from the Lions. She throws it off the middle blocker's hands. going down the line. Block's going to have to be really strong tonight on both sides of the net. This will probably be a really good test for the Lady Buffs. They've seen a lot of good blocking here, most recently with Midwestern State in the gym. But this is a pretty good blocking team on both sides of the net. They're going to have to work around big hands here. Lady Buffs having a tip. That ball's a little tight. There's Chloe Price. Great pickup from Blair Moreland. We'll see if they get a swing on it. They do. Price setting the outside. And just barely gets over the net there. The Lions go up with a 2-point lead again. It's a good pass there. Everything's a little tight, but Bren Wrighton finds a way and goes up and over the block there. Big swing from the junior on the outside. Patterson will come in to serve. She's a defensive specialist that specializes in defense. So she's passing a lot of balls back there, and she'll come in to serve for Wright. They get a little momentum on that court. We'll see what happens. Price decides to swing on the ball. Big pickup by Patty. Tori Miller with that roll shot cross of the court. And the Lady Buffs are back in it, tied once again, 16-16. We'll see where Price goes with this ball. She's going outside again. Why not? They do really well. Contreras sets it up, and Miller takes a swing on it. That ball's getting caught up in the ceiling. Welcome to the box, y'all. And Cammie Jones finds this line seam. The Lions libero for Golly's really getting some work cut out for her back there. She's doing a great job of picking up those soft, easy balls, but the Lady Buffs are really showing a lot of tools in their toolbox. And what I mean by that is they're showing a lot of different shots and different angles. They'll hit the ball hard, really hard once, and then tip and roll shot the next. But we'll see what they do coming out of the timeout and what they fix it after these messages.
And get helped, get fitted, and get your questions answered, and find out about our price matching online today.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the box after that timeout from the Lions. Patterson will go back to serve. Lady Buffs are up by one. We'll see what they do. It's a slide on the back. Patterson with that pickup. Ball's a little tight to the net, but good coverage from Contreras. That's a Tori Miller swing. She's really finding the ball up and over the block. Both the outsides are kind of taking a little bit of advantage. That's kind of the disconnect there with a 5-1 running one setter on the floor. Is your setter's got to be a pretty good blocker, or else that outside hitter is going to take advantage of it. It looks like they're doing that right now with the Lady Buffs. But the Lions have an answer of their own from the outside from Kaylin Gunn. I apologize, it's Nia Anderson on the outside. That was a big swing. She's really swinging through the block there. We'll see a Lions serve. Good pass, finding the middle blockers. Good defense. Going back outside from Nia Anderson. They're able to pick that ball up, and Tori Miller finds the court. Good pickup by Jones. And Miller takes a big swing down the line, really taking advantage Jones finding the line there. The Lions defense is just really solid. Really solid defense on that side of the court. And also from the Lady Buffs, they saw that one going out, and defense said, nope, not touching it. I heard Emma Patterson all the way from up top saying out. So good call by them. We'll see Evans back to serve. She serves a little short and gives the Lions a 1 point back into the match. We're in the first set right now, and Lady Buffs lead 19-18. Contreras will have to set that ball. Tori Miller says, doesn't matter, out of system, I can go over the block too. She puts that ball in the back court. We'll see it right now. Yep, she's finding that backcourt right there. And there was no libero in the back. The libero has to come out for one rotation while the middle blocker serves. And that's when you really want to take advantage on both sides of the court. We'll see the 6-2 switch up on the Lady Buffs. Malice back into serve. Out of system ball. She's trying to find that shot. Cross. Doesn't happen to make it over the net, but still being really aggressive here. We love a ball girl on the court, really hustling for her job, getting that ball off. Malice still back to serve for the Lady Buffs. It's a good passing system. Watkins with the tip. The Lady Buffs are really starting to pick up those tips, and she'll find Tatum Stowe. Good coverage. We'll see what she does here. Becker finds the court. It's a really good testament to the defensive side on both sides of the court here as the Lions take their second timeout after a 3-0 run from the Lady Buffs. We'll be right back after these messages.
Know that egg producers don't quit at 5 p.m. We don't quit until the job's done either. Bankers' hours don't apply at First United Bank because we believe egg lending isn't a 9-to-5 job. While you're out working the fields or managing the herd, we're making sure your money is working too. Whether it's for livestock, land, or equipment, we're one of the most dominant ag lenders in the state and have been burning the midnight oil since 1907. First United Bank. We know ag lending. We know ag.
With the Lone Star Network in the box with the Lady Buffs, number 2 in the Lone Star Conference standings versus the Lions, number 1. Lady Buffs are up 22-18. We see a big swing from the outside. A little bit of a freak-out moment there at the net. We're going to see a lot of great plays still at the net here. And that's number 11, Nia Anderson. Taking that big swing. She's really swinging through the block. It's almost like, hey, I don't care what kind of block you put up on me. I'm going to swing through it, and I'm going to swing as hard as I can. I love to see that aggression. And there's Tori Miller. We call her the Terminator because there's a lot of aggression behind her swing as well. She's almost the same way, so it's fun to see two outside hitters on both sides of the court just say, whatever with your block. I'm going to swing as hard as I possibly can. Good response there by the Lady Buffs, and they're down. They've only got 2 points to go to finish this set before the Lions reach 20 points, but that'll give them their 20th point right there, a missed serve. The Lions bench has a good clapping cheer right there, getting into it, trying to hype their side of the net up. We'll see Anderson back to serve. It means Kaylin Gunn is in the front row, but Wrecker finds the court. She's really sending that ball across court, and we've got the box fans up on their feet. It's tradition to get up on your feet on the last point for the Lady Buffs. So if you're at home and you're cheering for them, feel free to get up and start clapping on this last point. We stand the whole way through, see what they do, and that's a big swing from Gunn on the outside. If you're still a Lady Buff fan and you're watching at home, keep standing if you want to, because that's a tradition here in the box. I believe it's been a tradition for at least 30 years. It's pretty amazing. A little bit of a miss serve there. Becker's going to roll shot it over. It's another roll shot from the Lions. We'll see what Bryn Wright does. Just takes a good swing. Good pickup by Frigoli. Ooh, big pickup from Malice, but it just barely goes out. The Lions are really fighting here, 22-24, and the Lady Buffs will take their final timeout of the first set. It's the final timeout of both teams, so we'll see what they're going to come back with. The Lady Buffs only need 1 point to finish the set. The Lions are down by 3, but we'll see after these messages what happens.
Need more business? Choice Media is your local outdoor advertising solution, helping businesses grow since 1992. After 31 years of business, Choice Media has both static and digital billboards throughout Texas, New Mexico, and Oklahoma. Billboards are the best choice when trying to grow clientele or promoting brand awareness. Contact Choice Media, your local advertising company, at 806-352-6585 to speak with a billboard expert today. That's 806-352-6585.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
We're back in the box on the Lone Star Conference Network. If you were standing during that commercial break, kudos to you. Hats off. That was a long break for a stand here. We'll see what happens. Lady Buffs go to the outside to Bryn Wright. She finishes the set with a tool off the block. That's really what you like to see coming out of a timeout is here's the game plan, here's what we're going to do, and let's just put the ball away. It starts with a pass there. Tori Miller had a perfect pass. We call it a 3-person pass. That means that the setter would not have any difficulty to set the outside, middle, or right side, which makes it more difficult for the other side of the net to play defense on. We're looking at the Lady Buffs. They were looking really good right there. We're going to have some stats for you folks up here soon. That's a band in the box. They really get into it during the set switches here. There they are, band in the box. We love them. They bring a lot of energy here. A lot of fun with that as the Lady Buffs win the first set 25-22. We'll be back with those stats after these messages, folks.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Buffs!
Welcome back to the Lone Star Conference Network. You can hear the band in the box really getting into it here. We've got some stats from that first set from the Lady Buffs taking on the Lions here. Lady Buffs won 25-22. We have West Texas A&M hitting 340 as a team. Pretty typical for them, but what's not typical is Fort Smith is leading the conference in opponent hitting percentage. Normally they're making opponents hit 140 or below, but the Lady Buffs are tripling that right now with 340, but Lions are hitting 273, and we've got kills on both sides of the net. The one area that the Lady Buffs are not leading in are digs, and the defense is really good on the Lions side. The libero, Frigoli, she really leads with those defensive plays. But I'm seeing a lot of effort from Chloe Price, the setter, defensively, and that right back, number 5, who's playing right back for them, Reagan Macha, the senior from Wichita Falls. She's not letting a lot of balls drop in the middle of the court, doing a really good job of covering that. And of course, we've got Kaylin Gunn, the 6th rotation outside hitter, doing a great job for the Lions. Kaylin Gunn is leading in attacks with 14. She's hitting almost 500 with 7 kills right there. Tori Miller's right behind her. She's got 12 attempts with it and 6 kills, but we'll see what the Lions do to make some changes here against the Lady Buffs. Miller's back to serve for WT. Out of system play here. We'll see it. Contreras picks that tip up. Nice push to the outside, but that block goes straight down from Watkins. Bren Wright was really trying to find that cross shot, but when you have a 6'6" middle blocker in front of your face, it's a little hard to find it unless you're really jumping over them, which that ball was just, it was too out of system for her, so great block by the Lions. We'll see Price back to serve. We'll call a double on Malice. It's a ball handling error. You don't see too many of those in college anymore, but there's the occasional two-hand call. That's when the ball hits both sides of the hand. Not simultaneously, because that's what you want to do with the set, but just differently. So we'll see. Short serve by Price, really making a move. And that's Becker in the middle. She points and she says, "Hey, I was coming after you," to the other side. She didn't really say that, but I just imagine with their point, that's what that means. Nothing wrong with a little competition on both sides of the court here. I'd like to see a little aggression, just being really smart with the plays. We'll see Contreras for that serve. It's an out-of-system ball now. We see a back row attack, still really aggressive. They're calling a second ball handling error. Miller's got a few words with the referee. I'm sure she's being very respectful with it, just showing her that this was her finish on the hands. Fun fact, Tori Miller was a setter in high school and in club. She was a 6 rotation setter, and she also hit right side, but if you can believe it now, she's the 3-time All-American outside hitter for the Lady Buffs, so she's a little bit in disbelief. She's like, I've set every day in practice. We'll see what happens here. Great up by Frigoli there. They're going back row to Anderson. She's got a really aggressive swing no matter where she's out on the court. Evans with that swing. Good defense by Price. Frigoli finds a way to get it over. Free ball. Where are we going? Yep, Lady Buffs are in the net. A little bit of a tight set. We'll see how the Lady Buffs are going to pull this one out. They're no strangers to falling behind a little bit in the first few points of a set. I think they actually like having that chip on their shoulder of what you think you're ahead of me. So we'll see what they do here. Bryn Wright with big swing. Frigoli with that dig. Big swing from Gunn, but Lady Buffs have an answer with Carly Evans getting that block straight down. We see a little bit of emotion from her, which is something that I like to see. She normally stays a little cool, calm, and collected, and she said she likes to be consistent with the team. She doesn't want to get too high or too low. She just wants to be consistent, but that was a great block for her. Great pickup by Moreland. Evans has another touch on that ball. It doesn't go straight down. Ball goes out. That's Evans right there. She's getting a little fired up in the middle. This is what I'm talking about, folks. The Lady Buffs are crawling their way back in. They're down by 1 point in the first start of the set, 3-4. They really like to have that chip on their shoulder. Moreland back with the serve. Goes a little too far. Just barely finds that back line, but just too much here. So we'll see what the Lions. Frigoli is serving. We have a new middle blocker coming in. Watkins, the 6'6" middle, is out for now. But Angelina Hardison, that 6'1" middle blocker, don't think that the Lady Buffs are getting a break on that. 6'1" is still pretty tall, folks, and she's really good along that net. Good pickup by Frigoli. They're going outside to Gunn. Nice placement on that ball. A little bit of a tight ball for Bryn Wright. She's got to tip it over. Gunn with a swing. Evitz is right there. She is fired up. That's 3 blocks for Evitz right now. And we see a substitution coming in. Emma Patterson coming in for Bryn Wright for the Lady Buffs, and they're still down by 1 point right now. Great pass by the Lions. They find Hardison right there. She's quick in that middle. She just finds a way to make herself available, and that's what you want to see from a middle blocker. Good footwork, finding the middle of the court there, finding the tip, and Price is right there to set her up. It's a good connection. It's a Lions serve. They go up by 2. Moreland to the backside for Cami Jones. Big swing from Jones. We call her Slammy Jones. She's really slamming it down. Here we have Evitz, the middle blocker, going back to serve. We find Hardison. She barely finds that ball. The refs called it out, but Coach Sargent is going to take her first challenge of the match. She called a touch on that ball. Maybe we see something. No, we didn't catch that on our end, but this is when the refs get to check out 3-camera system in the Lady Buffs gym. We'll see what they see on those cameras here. We're seeing the band in the box get into it now. Lady Buffs are clapping them up, cheering them on, saying, hey, this is our time. This is when the Lady Buffs like to do a dance-off. And if the other teams take part, they get really into it. I've seen a couple breakdancing moves, a little bit of the worm, but now just a lot of pointing. They're playing Dancing Queen by the box. See Aubrey Wheelock over there leading that charge. Pretty fun to see from the sidelines. And the refs do have a call. They're calling point West Texas. No touch on the ball. So that means the score will remain the same. We're tied at 6-6. Evitz will be back to serve again, and we'll see what happens. My money is that Price will still set Hardison in the middle, because that's what you want to do with a hitter. If they miss the ball, you want to give them some of that confidence. Nope, Price takes it into her own hands. And yeah, she found the court on that one. Just barely letting it drop. The Lions, Kaylin Gunn, will be back to serve. She's really a threat on all areas of the court. Nice short serve. We'll see Jones on the back side. And there she goes. Slammy Jones is feeling the heat in the box. She's really heating it up right now. We've got the change for the West Texas Lady Buffs. This is when they run the 6-2. Malice back in. The Wrecker back in on the right side. See Malice with that serve. Great pass. It's Nia Anderson. Nia Anderson, it looked like she did find the court, but the ref saw otherwise. That's why you have someone standing on the back line of the court on both sides of the court to see if that ball does actually go out. So it might have hit the antenna on that one. We'll see a tip on the Lions side. They're really just starting to place the ball. They might have to swing here soon, just like that from the record. A lot of swings on the Lady Buff side, a lot of placement from the Lions side. The Lions are going to call a timeout here. Just regroup in their huddle right now, and we'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. It's 9-7, WT leading. We'll be back right after these messages.
Energy is a glowing sphere of hot gas. It's an ocean of air. And at Excel Energy, we make it safe. It's why we train first responders. Help you identify where utility lines are buried. Sir, do not dig there. And it's why we study the flight paths of majestic golden eagles before we build a wind farm. Safer energy, people. It's all part of a carbon-free 2050. You, us, together.
We're back in the box. On the second set, Lady Buffs are leading 9-7. Malice with the serve. Great pass by the Lions. A little disconnection there. And Tatum Stowe with a swing. Great pickup on the back right side. And Frigoli will go into the net. That's pretty rare for the Lions from what I've seen. They have a really good connection setter in offensively, but outside hitter was just calling something a little different, and Price just pushed that ball a little too far. So we'll see the Lady Buffs go up by 3, their largest lead of the match. Good hand on the ball from Miller. Miller's able to take a swing at it. Price going over. Miller has got a hand on that. We see Tatum Stowe take that ball. Oh, Kaylin Gunn. Kaylin Gunn with that set. I made that sound because that was just so pretty, and Gunn leads the offense in kills and second in digs for the Lions. But man, if you just saw that set, that was really pretty. I'd guess that she'd probably lead in assists after Price as well. She's actually third on the team with assists, so that makes sense. That was a really pretty set, but just goes out a little bit. Lady Buffs really heating up the box here with their swings. Miller on the outside. They take a 5-point lead, 12-7. We'll see Malice continue to serve here, but they're really trying to get a handle on it on the Lions side. Gunn with a great pass. They go to Hardison. She tips. They're going to have to take a swing here, and that's what we see from Gunn. You know what? Oh, we thought it was down, but great effort by the Lady Buffs. Price takes it again over. Miller on the outside. We'll see what she does. A tip. This is the defensive side on both sides of it. Great pickup here. Going back to the wrecker. Goes off the hands. Gunn from the back row. We'll see a libero swing there. Goes back to wrecker. Ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted you to hear that cheer from the crowd. It's really big right now. Lions go down by 6 after that swing from Wrecker. Great defense on both sides of the net. The Lions will take their second timeout of the set. They're out of timeouts after this. We'll see what they do when they come out of it after these messages here. But there's that Wrecker, the Becker swing, just straight down on the floor. Hope she didn't dent the TerraFlex floor that we have. We'll see you right after these messages.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. 1 for you, 1 for him, and 1 for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Since 1910, WT and the Department of Agricultural Sciences has provided high-quality education to the students of the Panhandle and beyond.
At WT, professors know me and are committed to my success.
If you want to get an ag industry job, WT is where you need to be.
I don't want just a job and a paycheck after graduation. I want a career where I can make a difference.
WT invested in my career. I intend to pay it forward.
Welcome back to the Lone Star Conference Network. This broadcast is brought to you by Thunder Vision of West Texas A&M. You can follow them on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, WT Thunder Vision. Catch up on all the latest. And we see the Lady Buffs coming out strong, but Lions making a big attempt here, really swinging two blocks. A block on the outside, great swings from the outside from the Lions part, and then Stowe really getting her hands over the net for that block, but just a little misconnect there on defense. Malice got it up, but she kept running towards the ball and then put her hands in her face saying, "Why did I run?" In volleyball, you can only have one person hit the ball at a time. You can't hit it twice in a row unless they're getting a block touch. It's a little different there, but we'll see what the Lady Buffs do here. Contreras going to have to take that swing or that set for Miller to take that swing. Miller placing the ball here. Lady Buffs are still up by 6, 14-8 as Bryn Wright comes in. And on the other side, we see a little bit of a change here. Number 3, Taylor Lentz coming in, DS senior. Gunn with a nice serve receive pass there. Wright is right there, but that's a good kill by Anderson. Anderson just finds the court, in the middle of the court. That's, again, a hard ball for anyone to pick up. You've got 5 people kind of staring and watching it and seeing where it'll go. Miller with the pass. Bryn Wright says, "I can tip." We'll see what it is. It's number 5, Reagan Macha, making a little bit of an outside swing and barely finding the court there. She just barely misses as Contreras goes back to serve. Great pass. Macha finds the court. We get a touch on the block, though, for the Lady Buffs. Evitz tries to go in the middle, but she's got a 6'6" middle blocker, Hannah Watkins, on the Lions side over there. When you have someone that's so tall on the other side of the net, you really want to make them move as much as possible. But Watkins is just, she's so good with her footwork that I don't know if making her move is really going to be the answer to it. There's Recker, though, using the block, pulling it off, and man, am I glad that I'm not the one blocking that. That's probably going to hurt those fingers. Lady Buffs stay up by 6 as we go into the 6-2. Moreland with the serve. It's a pretty good pass. Price knows how to make it happen there. Really athletic play. And we're seeing a lot of action from Kaylin Gunn and Hannah Watkins on that outside block. Man, Gunn really has a hand in every single part of this match. She can pass, she can swing, she can block, she can set. I haven't seen her miss a serve yet, so that's pretty impressive. Wright takes the swing on the outside. Going back to Gunn, of course. She's going to go a little tight. Just barely goes off Bryn Wright's hands. It's coming off her hands a little bit too fast, but Hardison in the middle. She comes in, is really aggressive up there. Let's see what the Lady Buffs do and where they go to set next. Gonna have to go back to Carly Evitz. Out of system play. There's Chloe Price, just a nice lob into the back corner. You can't sleep on Chloe Price, y'all. She is an aggressive setter in a 5-1. Even when she's back row, she's really playing aggressive with those balls here. Bryn Wright will find the touch on the block on that ball. It's really kind of the momentum they needed to get out of that rotation. We'll see Emma Patterson back in to serve for WT. Miller goes into the front row. I really like this lineup here with Miller and Gunn on both sides of the net. Just really aggressive outside hitters. It's fun to watch. We'll see. Hardison takes that ball. Contreras is there. It's a middle versus middle for goalie with that pickup. Love to see it. Miller's trying to push that ball into the back court. Gunn getting that ball on the outside. It's a tight block for the Lady Buffs. Really staying consistent and disciplined there. I don't know what else Gunn would have had in that opportunity. Maybe just try and throw it off the block as hard as you can, but man, that was a tight ball for her to work with. And Lady Buffs back up by 5. It's a roll shot. That's what Miller was looking for. Miller putting her hands up. It's almost like that movie 300, like this is Sparta. If anyone saw that, a little gory for kids, don't suggest it, but she's like, this is the box, welcome. Again, she used to be a setter, and so she's got good hands there to be able to push that ball. And that's a tricky play to be able to play defense on. Good roll shot from the backside from number 5, Reagan Macha, the outside hitter who's playing all the way around. She's got a little defense on her, but she comes out here, and we'll see a mix with Taylor Lentz coming in back row, playing right back 4. That means Chloe Price is front row. Patterson with a good pass. Going back to Jones. Jones is laughing that one off a little bit. I can even tell from here that was a pretty high tip. It almost touched the ceiling. A little bit of an exaggeration, but it was a high tip. And for goalie, just, man, the Lions put up such a good block, and it's such a big block that for goalie probably wasn't able to see over their hands yet, because Gunn on the outside is really good. But Gunn's back row. It's Anderson on the out. Nope, it's Anderson with the dig. I apologize. Gunn on the outside. We'll see what she's got here. Big swing. Big pickup from Patterson. We'll see Tori Miller just getting that ball over. Patterson's back there in it. Miller with a big swing. That's Emma Patterson. She's playing left back right now. In the middle, Carly Evans goes back into serve. Patterson goes left back, and she's almost acting like libero at that point. And man, she's doing a great job picking it up. It's a roll. They're calling that ball up, and we get it up and over. Price is there, and Patterson just couldn't get 2 hands on it, but good effort by Patterson in the back row. And that's what you get for having a 5-1 system with a setter as good as Chloe Price. She just finds a way to get it done, and she's been really aggressive. That's how you keep the defense on your toes. Here's Kayla Gunn with the serve. That's what you like to see. Telling you, she really can do it all, folks. She is very good anywhere you put her on the court. That's an ace for Gunn for the Lions, and they come back. They're still within 5. Lady Buffs hit 20 points first, but we'll see what she does next. There's Anderson and Hardison with the block. Anderson's front row now. They're closing that gap. 4 points. Right now, Lady Buffs still have 1 timeout. Lions are all out of timeout, so it's just do or die at this point. Tatum Stowe. She's been a little quiet this match, but she says, hey, give me the ball, I'll put it down. And Moreland found that connection there. That was really good with it. You see the 6-2 switch. Malice and Becker coming back in. This is a really good rotation for the Lady Buffs. They've got Patterson, Contreras in the back row, really solid. Malice setting, and you've got Wrecker, Tatum Stowe, and Tori Miller. Anderson gets fired up on that, though. She says, I don't care about this rotation. Let's get it done, and she puts it down the line. It's a big swing. This is what I like to see. The Lions are swinging now. They're not placing so much with roll shots or tips, what they're really known for. They're just swinging all out. I mean, what do you have to lose at this point? Just swing away. Miller with the tip. And here are my thoughts on why that ball dropped so well. Miller has been swinging as hard as she possibly can. So all the defense is on their heels, ready for that swing, and then she throws that tip out. That's what you want to see. So If the Lions just keep coming out and swinging, I bet they'll throw some tips here or there that could drop on the Lady Buff side. It's a good pass. That's a swing. Oh, but it barely misses out. They're looking for a touch there. They're really looking for that block, but again, folks, if you're at home, Lady Buffs match point or set point on the second set, 24-18. Stand if you would like to. That's part of the tradition. Watkins with the tip, and Tatum Stowe is there, and she just puts her hands up and over the block. Don't go away anytime soon. The Lions are not going to go down that easy, I bet. They've got a lot of conversation still to go and a lot of rallies still to be played here. We're only going into the third set right now, but we'll be back after these messages. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Network.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
Welcome to MediDrive Pharmacy. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to console you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly professional service and the highest quality of medicine and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your healthcare needs.
Gentlemen, we are back on the Lone Star Conference Network. Broadcast brought to you by WG Thunder Vision. The Lady Buffs are up against the University of Arkansas Fort Smith Lions. Lady Buffs are up 2-0 in the match. They just had a great run right there against the Lions. We'll see what the Lions do to pull it out right now. The Lions are on an 8-game winning streak, just like the Lady Buffs are. So this will be a record-ending loss for the season for either one of them. We'll have to see how that goes, but if Fort Smith, we'll see, checking right now at their stats, when the last time, if they were swept, when the last time that happened was, but it's still pretty early to see that, but we have the Lions back to serve first. Gunn is starting in the back row. So we've got Nia Anderson, Chloe Price back row. The Lions, the last time they were swept was September 9th against Pittsburgh State. And that they've only been swept twice this season, so that's really impressive, and we'll see what happens now. They take that first point from the Lady Buffs. It's a short serve. Miller diving for that serve receive. Great pass. We'll see Anderson having to roll shot that ball. Good pickup by Malice. Recker finds the court on the cross. That was honestly a little bit of an off shot for Recker, even though it looked like it was a pretty hard driven ball. She really had to make a lot of movement with it. We're all tied up here. Oh, that's an ace for the Terminator. We'll see Watkins with that swing. Good pickup by Contreras. Having a bump set behind. The ref will not see a touch on that. He'll call that 4. It's a good pass by Contreras. Bryn Wright really getting up on that ball. We'll see Anderson. No, not Anderson. That's Gunn on the outside now. And volleyball, we call that a K. It means they're coming in inside from the outside, so they're calling a K, and you really can't have that sharp of a swing when you're that far inside the court. But she's really just trying to find that ball. Great pass by Anderson. We'll see Gunn. She really throws it down. Yep. That's the kind of ball that she's looking for. And that ball can only really be possible by the swing that Gunn took before this, the one that was out. I mean, if you're going hard, you're swinging hard on it, you're going to have defense on their heels. So that was a good, smart play from Gunn on the outside. Miller will take that one almost to the face. Wright will have to take that with her hands. So that ball was called a replay because Price took it with her hands, and the ref was about to call a double call on it, which means they hit it twice with 2 hands. But in volleyball, on the first play, it can't be called a double, no matter what. Even if it's the ugliest thing you've ever seen in your life, cannot call it a double. So that's why he called a replay on that. But the Lions will go ahead and take that with an ace. That's a taped serve. That's the serve that you hate to pass, because it just stops the momentum a little bit. And we'll see the Lady Buffs start down by 1 in the 3rd set. Contreras with the pass. Recker to the backside. Tooled off the block. I know you guys are getting a view from above with that ball, but Emma Recker literally touches the top of the antenna. And I've seen a picture to prove it. It's crazy. You'll have to check out the Lady Buff Volleyball Instagram or Twitter or Facebook page for that matter, Lady Buff Volleyball on Instagram, and she's at the top of the antenna. That means she's touching over 10 feet as a right side hitter, which is pretty impressive, especially at any level, but of course the Division II level, that's pretty darn impressive. I've spoken with her before about her vertical, and her dad, I believe, played a season in the NFL, and they did jump training every summer since she was like 11 years old, and so she's constantly been jumping and working on that. A little bit of a miscommunication there. We'll see Price go to the outside to Gunn. That's the swing Gunn is looking for. But man, I thought there was a touch on it, but just a little bit out. She's really going for it, though. That's what you got to do. I bet the Lions talked about that in the timeout. Like, hey, we're placing the ball really well, but the Lady Buff defense is really picking that ball up, so we've got to start swinging. We'll see Patterson back to serve for the Lady Buffs. It's a slide for Hardison. That's our 2nd slide of the night, but that little disconnect there. Again, a little disconnect for Carly Evitz. I'm trying to call a touch on it, but I didn't see anything from the top up here, and Coach Potts is saying I didn't see anything either. We'll see what they're going to do with this ball here. Gunn is back to serve, which means Anderson is in the front. That's really one of the very few errors I've seen Gunn make all night tonight. But we're in a tied game right now in the third set. 6-all, just like last set, how it started. Evans back to serve. Anderson with that big swing. Good coverage on the ball. Miller with a tight ball, having to make something happen for goalie. Ooh, great defense there. Love to see Libero stay in it. And Miller with that big swing for goalie with another dig. We'll see where they go back. Cami Jones with that roll shot, a little high. We'll see Patterson go back to Tori Miller. Ooh, big defensive play from the Lions. It's a free ball off the tape. You hate when the setter has to take a free ball. Jones with the big swing. Seeing some great defensive plays on both sides of the net. That's what you love to see in a volleyball match, but man, that makes the offense have to work that much harder, and it's that much sweeter when the offense gets a kill. We'll see Price with that ball. Patterson was able to get the ball up. Patterson giving the ball to Tori Miller. Anderson coming in for a tee. And they'll call 4 hits on that ball, but I thought Tatum still got her hand on it a little bit. It's a great Clips block right there, though. I think there was a little bit of a block on it, but the ref didn't see any hands. We'll see what's the bounce back. Anderson with a big swing. Miller just not able to get there defensively with that ball. Wow, that's a Tori Miller swing. That's the Terminator right there, folks. She terminated that ball down the line. They're really making the defense work. Let's see what they do. Watkins with that swing. Malice is right there with it, but it just comes off her and just shanks to the right a little bit. Woo! Tori the Terminator Miller. That's 2 back-to-back kills from her. She's really soaring in the air and just has that power. This comes from a lot of experience for Miller. She's a 5th-year player for the Lady Buffs due to the COVID rules, being able to take her 5th year right now, and 3-time All-American. She knows how to put the ball away. She knows how to be aggressive, and she knows when to play smart. But right now she's playing smart and aggressive, which is fun to see. There's that connection from the middle from Watkins and Price right there. That's a great connection in the middle. And it looks like Price is really pushing the ball. We call that a lead from the middle blocker. She's leading the middle blocker to hit back cut shot to the left side, which means she's hitting at the setter, which is even better. You really want the setter to have to play that ball. Reagan Macho with the tool off the block, and we have a tied up game, folks. Finding Tatum Stowe, and she likes that back left corner tonight. She's really placing that ball smart. She's going past the 6'6" Watkins in the middle, and she's just going right across from her left arm, or her right arm, and finding that deep left corner. Lady Buffs go up by 1 now. Tough serve. We'll see what Gunn does. She goes after it. But Evitz is there. It's Carly Evitz in the middle. Another good serve. Gunn going after it. That one found the court. Goes into the stands. If you're in the box ever while game's going on, you just got to pay attention. You never know what is going to come at your face here with that ball coming so fast at you. Gunn finds the court with that kill. That's what she was looking for before. Being really aggressive. Carly Evitz. A little bit of a ball just barely coming off her hands. Going to Bryn Wright with the swing. She's trying to find that line, but it's just not there in the moment. We're at another tie, folks, here in the third. That's 3 ties in the third. And Becker says, all in this tie right now. The really crazy thing with Emma Becker is she can hit anywhere on the court. She can go sharp cross, she can go hard cross, she can go deep cross, which are 3 different plays on the left side of the court from where she's hitting. And she can also go straight down the line, and she can just hit the straight up 10-foot line anywhere on the court. So it's hard to play against her that way. But we see another Carly Evitz block with Bryn Wright on the outside. That's 3 blocks so far in this set for the Lady Buffs. They like to call that a block party. Hardison with the tip. Contreras picks it up. We'll see if Wright swings. She does, forcing Price to play defense. There's Gunn. A little bit of a crazy play there, but here's Carly Evitz finding the left back of the court. Great connection from Moreland there. She points at her middle blocker. She says, that's you. That's all you with it. And that's what you really love to see with these Lady Buffs is they're always giving credit to the next person. It's not what they did. It's what someone else did for the team. So Lions called their first timeout in the third set. They're down by 3. We'll see what they do coming out after this message.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. 1 for you, 1 for him, and 1 for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Since 1910, WT and the Department of Agricultural Sciences has provided high-quality education to the students of the Panhandle and beyond.
At WT, professors know me and are committed to my success.
If you want to get an ag industry job, WT is where you need to be.
I don't want just a job and a paycheck after graduation. I want a career where I can make a difference.
WT invested in my career. I intend to pay it forward.
We're back in the third set of the Lady Buffs versus the University of Arkansas Lions. The Lions are in first place with no losses so far in the Lone Star Conference, but we're here in the third set with the Lady Buffs up by 2. We'll see what they have to say with it. Good coverage by the Lions. Gunn took a big swing, and then she was able to get that tip. That's what you need to see is swing, tip, swing, tip. That'll get the defense off balance. There's the swing. Great defense by Moreland, though. Evitz with the assist. A little bit of a scramble play here. Tori Miller just gets it over. Price has to take that ball. Coach Potts on the sidelines calling, how was that not a double from the libero? Because the Lady Buffs have been called twice on doubles right now. And that ball had quite a bit of spin on it from the Lions side. But we'll see. That was called clean. We'll see the Lions at the serve here. Means Price is front row now, the setter. Hardison went up for that ball. Bryn Wright gets the kill. We have Coach Sargent asking a question saying, how was that play not called? She might be challenging that call. So what happened was Blair Moreland, the back row setter for the Lady Buffs, went up on the net, while Hardison, the middle blocker for the Lion Buffs, also went up on the net for a ball, and both touched the ball at the same time. Here's what's crazy about that play. Moreland cannot block a ball from the back row, and if Hardison did touch that ball and it was clean on their side of the net, then it would be considered a back row attack from Moreland. But if the ball was clear on the other side of the net and Hardison did touch it, then that would be called an interference on the setter's ball. Either way, something probably should have been called there, and that's what Sargent is probably trying to challenge, but she can't challenge that ball, so Lady Buffs will keep the play. Patterson will be back to serve. Price has to go over with it. Moreland setting Big Poppy in the middle. That's Evitz. Gunn on the outside. Big swing by Gunn. Really taking that line ball down on Moreland. And she'll find the court. And the Lions are only down by 2 now. They're slowly crawling their way back in to this set. There we have Lady Buffs. Here's the replay on that ball. Contreras with a great ball. And there's Tori Miller. That's a kill as well on the stat sheet, y'all, even though it's a tip. Still terminating it on the tip. That's what we're going to see a lot of, I think, on both sides now. But what will happen here in the next 5 or 6 points, I imagine, is they're going to go back to swinging the ball really, really hard and playing really smart. That's how you get the defense back and forth off their toes. Swing hard, tip next. We'll see a Lions serve. Going back to Miller. Yep, there's the swing. Watkins going over with it. Moreland going back to Miller. Still another swing off the block. Moreland finds Miller for that kill. She just swings through the block. Nia Anderson is front row for the Lions, so I imagine they've got a really good setup here with Hannah Watkins in the middle too, but I imagine whoever Chloe Price decides to go to here, they're just going to swing away. Let's see. Good ball. Nope, Price is trying to take it in her own hands. She's going to have to set up her hitter, and that ball will be called a double for the Lady Buffs. It's against the Lions. The ball just got hit twice. So Price trying to take it in her own hands. Didn't fall. I bet she sets one of her hitters now. And I bet we see a really big swing from one of them. She's probably going outside. Yep. Big, little roll shot. Contreras is there. Goes back corner. Miller with the tip down the line. Someone's going to have to swing here. Nope. Watkins with the tip. We'll see. Miller with the roll shot. Miller back at the net, being aggressive. Yeah, go to Kaylin Gunn. That's what you need right there. Kaylin Gunn puts that ball down the middle of the court. What a beautiful play and smart decision-making by Price there. Gunn was just sitting back there ready to go. And, shoot, if you need someone to swing for anyone on the court, it's going to be Gunn. We'll see the Lions. They're down by 3 again, but they're closing it a little bit. Good pass. There's the record. Record will swing 2 on the Lady Buffs. That's what I really like. It's 1 for 1 right now, and that's really exciting to see, being really aggressive here. The Lions will take a timeout, their second of the set. So this is their final timeout, and they've got some things to discuss, but I imagine Coach Sargent is telling them, hey, swing. We'll cover you. Their defense is good on the back row. You might as well just swing at the ball and be really aggressive with it. But we'll see after these messages what they plan to do coming out of this timeout.
This is gonna be tough. I mean, that's a bag full of Whataburger's Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwiches with tangy buffalo sauce and creamy buttermilk ranch, melty Monterey Jack cheese, and 3 crunchy chicken strips. How long will you have to wait before you enjoy yours? Oh, about that long. Whataburger's Buffalo Ranch Chicken Strip Sandwich is back for a limited time. Just like you like it.
We're back in the box. This is the third set of the potential match for the Lady Buffs versus the Lions. Tori Miller's back to serve. This has got to be a swing. Yep, Watkins with the swing. Contreras is there, though, with a dig. We'll see Becker taking that roll shot. Yep, a lot of swings here. Defense is covering it. Just barely miscommunication on that, but I really do like how the Lions are coming out swinging. They need to swing on these balls. They need to be aggressive because the Lady Buff defense is picking up a lot right now on their side of the net. That's a tip. Malice is able to pick it up. Becker goes back with it. Price is having to emergency play and put it down. Becker with a little bit of a cut there. Lady Buffs are back up by 4. Lions are really playing aggressive right now. I really like seeing this fight on their side of the net. Tatum Stowe finding that back third. There's the box ceiling. Gunn just getting that ball over. Miscommunication by Malice and Stowe there. Lady Buffs are still up by 3, but Potts is saying, hey, get it together. You can't. If there's one thing this Lions team will not do, it's give it to them. The Lions are fighting for every single point. I mean, you could say they have the heart of a Lion. They're really fighting on everything. That's Emma the Wrecker Becker with that ball. Man, it finds a home real fast. You just have to be ready and just take it. Good pickup there, Contreras. Ooh, I believe first hitting error right there for Emma Becker. No, this is more of her 4th hitting error, but she's still hitting .375 on the night. Here's something really impressive. Tori Miller has no hitting errors on 32 attempts. She's hitting .469. Bryn Wright, little miscommunication there, having to get it just over. This is it. The Lions are fighting their way back in, really taking some big swings here. The Lady Buffs are forced to call a timeout. Nope, they were asking how many timeouts. Yep, now she's forced to call a timeout. It's a great swing by Hardison in the middle for the Lions. They've got to keep coming out swinging. That's really what's going to happen, but we'll see what happens here in these next few points after these messages.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Since 1910, WT and the Department of Agricultural Sciences has provided high-quality education to the students of the Panhandle and beyond.
At WT, professors know me and are committed to my success.
If you want to get an ag industry job, WT is where you need to be. I don't want just a job and a paycheck after graduation. I want a career where I can make a difference.
WT invested in my career.
We're back in. The Lions are clawing their way back into this match. They're only down by 2. We've got a Tori Miller pass going outside. Bryn Wright with the swing for goalie with that great dig. Macha with the swing. No, Contreras didn't get it. Big swing by Macha on the backside. And the Lions are back in it, only down by 1 point. That's something I was saying earlier. The Lady Buffs cannot let up. This is not the team to let up on. They're fighting for every point. Great pass going to Becker. Becker with some coverage. That's a Carly Evans, big poppy, straight down block. That's a solo block for the Lady Buffs. Big momentum play for them right there. And How do you not get excited with something like that? Lady Buffs only need 2 points. They're going to swing. Good pickup by Moreland. Going back to Wrecker. No, it's Cammie Jones. My apologies. Jones with that swing down the block. The Lady Buffs only need 1 more point. We're all out of timeouts here, both sides of the net. The Lions are still fighting their way back into this match, though. We've got Hardison and Gunn front row. I bet they go to Gunn. Yep. A little tight for her. Couldn't really take a swing on that. We'll see Evitz with that tip. Fragoli getting a nice setup for it. Gunn having to roll shot over. We'll see who puts this ball away. Great pickup by Fragoli. Price has to put it over. Miscommunication. And the Lions get that point. This is something really exciting to see. The Lions are not giving up. They're really staying in it. And you see a lot of trust on their side of the court, which is it's awesome to see, honestly. It's a great match. We'll see. Lady Buffs just need 1 point here. Who are they going to? Who's going to end it? Could be Wright. Nope, Fragoli with that pickup. There's Gunn, big swing. She gets blocked and barely gets it put back over. The Lady Buffs sweep the Lions in the box. Great plays on both sides of the net. The Lions, the Lady Buffs, and the Angelo State Rambells are all tied for first now. The Lady Buffs, Lions, and Rambells all only have 1 loss in the Lone Star Conference, which makes their standings tied. This is the first loss for the Lions, and this is their first loss in 8 matches and first sweep since September 9th of this year. The Lady Buffs continue on with their streak of 9-match wins now. Doing a great job with that. They held the Lions to a 117 hitting percentage, which is not rare for the Lady Buffs to do. They've been doing that all season, but what's rare is the Lions have not been hitting that low this whole season. The Lady Buffs are hitting a 264 clip. They had 46 kills over the Lions' 40 kills with less attempts and only 12 hitting errors. That's pretty typical for the Lady Buffs, but something that's pretty impressive, and we'll go down and talk to her here really soon, is Tori Miller hit a 469 clip with 32 attempts, 0 errors, and 15 kills. That's Tori the Terminator for you right there. We'll be back down with them here soon, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go away. We'll have Tori Miller, Kendra Potts, and defensive specialist Emma Patterson to talk with us about the match.
We know that egg producers don't quit at 5 p.m. We don't quit until the job's done either. Bankers' hours don't apply at First United Bank because we believe egg lending isn't a 9-to-5 job. While you're out working the fields or managing the herd, we're making sure your money is working too. Whether it's for livestock, land, or equipment, we're one of the most dominant ag lenders in the state and have been burning the midnight oil since 1907. First United Bank. We know ag lending. We know ag.
I'm celebrating my 40th year in business this year. That's longer than any other GM dealer in the Texas Panhandle. At Greg Laird Buick GMC, my selling points remain the same. Our non-commissioned sales staff and my free lifetime powertrain warranty give you complete peace of mind. If that's not enough, now I'll give you $2,000 best price guarantee, and I'll still give you a free lifetime warranty. Why go anywhere else? I'm Greg Laird, and I personally guarantee you this will be the best buying experience you've ever had.
We live where wide open roads lead to wide open spaces, where life is lived a different kind of way. We believe that generosity should always be given, but loyalty can only be earned. Community is sacred. Integrity is learned. We believe in going the extra mile, whether it's time to work or it's time to play. But most important, We believe in doing the right thing. Always.
Come to Golf Headquarters and get helped, get fitted, and get your questions answered, and find out about our price matching online today.
For 90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
We know that egg producers don't quit at 5 p.m. We don't quit until the job's done either. Bankers' hours don't apply at First United Bank because we believe egg lending isn't a 9-to-5 job. While you're out working the fields or managing the herd, we're making sure your money is working too. Whether it's for livestock, land, or equipment, we're one of the most dominant ag lenders in the state and have been burning the midnight oil since 1907. First United Bank. We know ag lending. We know ag.
We live where wide open roads lead to wide open spaces, where life is lived a different kind of way. We believe that generosity should always be given, but loyalty can only be earned. Community is sacred. Integrity is learned. We believe in going the extra mile, whether it's time to work or it's time to play. But most important, we believe in doing the right thing. Always.
I'm celebrating my 40th year in business this year. That's longer than any other GM dealer in the Texas Panhandle. At Greg Larry Buick GMC, my selling points remain the same. Our non-commissioned sales staff and my free lifetime powertrain warranty give you complete peace of mind. If that's not enough, now I'll give you $2,000 best price guarantee, and I'll still give you a free lifetime warranty. Why go anywhere else? I'm Greg Larry, and I personally guarantee you this will be the best buying experience you've ever had.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Defensive specialist Emma Patterson, after they just swept the University of Arkansas Fort Smith Lions, you just handed the Lions their first loss in 8 matches, their first sweep since September 9th. How does that feel?
It feels amazing. I mean, we knew we had to come out and beat them since they're number 1 in the conference right now, and we did just that, so it feels great.
You did a great job back there. You're only playing 3 rotations every 6 rotations, which is really impressive. You came out with 10 digs, 1 assist, and 1 service ace, so you really supplied a lot in the back row. What was your game plan going in defensively back there?
I think just being balanced, seeing the hitter, and flying around, just going for the ball.
You did a great job with that. Sometimes you're lined up with the middle blocker, Carly Evans, and you have to act like almost the libero would be, right? You're in left back. You picked up a lot of balls from Chloe Price, their setter. Was there any intention with that?
I think we practiced really well yesterday, being intentional about defending that setter and just keeping our eyes on her long enough and then seeing it and pushing.
You did just that. You held Chloe Price to a low hitting percentage. You did your job. Congratulations out there.
Thanks, Brookie Cookie.
We're coming in with Tori Miller, the senior outside hitter for the Lady Buffs. You just handed the Fort Smith Lions their first loss in 8 matches in their first sweep since September 9th. How does that feel?
It feels pretty good, I won't lie.
Did you know you had 15 kills on 32 attempts, 0 errors to hit 469? Did you realize that at all?
I didn't know until after the match, and Kendra told me.
Incredible. I mean, it's like watching a Terminator in real life. A lot of those plays, you had a lot of great tips and roll shots. What was the game plan going in with that offensively for you?
I just know that they think that I'm going to hit the ball hard every time, and they're dug in, and I know they're not going to get the tip because they're dug in.
That's true. I saw 3 balls on film like that, but then I saw some balls where we've got to check the floor here really soon to see how many marks you left. How did that feel to just put the ball down like you did?
Feels really good to be back and healthy, and that's what I love to do, and so it's just really great to be back.
You did a great job in handing them their first loss, and now you're tied for first with Lone Star Conference standings. How's that feel?
That feels really awesome, and it feels like that's just what we do.
You heard it here first from Tori Miller. That's just what we do. At one point, I've got to say, you did get a kill. You put your hands out, and I made a comment. I was like, this is Sparta. Are you not entertained, Lady Buff Nation?
You should be entertained. I love my team.
Thank you, Tori Miller. Yes. We're here with head coach, Division II national champion, and NCAA Division II Coach of the Year, Kendra Potts. Coach, how does it feel handing the Lone Star reigning before Lone Star first place team their first loss of the season?
Well, it felt really good, and we were trying to, I mean, it was a hype game. Our girls do a good job getting pumped up for things, but we really wanted to make sure we were finding our number, if you will, playing at the rate that we like to play, because we know, like, Fort Smith is an excellent team. They're very unique in having a very offensive setter, and their defense is crazy. And so I thought our scout was really good, and I thought our girls applied it, but also our counterpunch when they were making adjustments against us. So I'm just so proud of how they're learning as they play, and that's what it's always about, you know. And so I'm just proud as how we just slowly get better as the match goes.
You really did. In that first set, as a team, you hit 340. You finished the match at about 243 hitting as a team. You kept getting better, and you were making adjustments. Did you feel like the Lions were making adjustments as well that made you make adjustments?
Well, you know, Fort Smith is an excellent blocking team, and so it's hard. I'm happy we were in the 240s, 250s against a blocking team like that and a serving team like they are. And so I thought we applied it well. I also thought our setters were leading sets in a good area for us to be able to terminate cleanly rather than have to go through the block.
Yeah, y'all were going through the block a lot when you needed to, and them as well. But defensively, y'all were picking up that setter, Chloe Price. How did that feel, and what was the game plan going into that?
That was the game plan, is to pick up her stuff because she's super active. And we haven't had a setter like that. We haven't faced a setter like that all year. And so I was really proud, again, so proud of how they applied, and we knew that she was going to be very active. And so I'm just proud of them, and they should be so proud of themselves.
Something to be really proud about is you gave them their first sweep of the season since September 9th of this year. How does that feel for you?
That's really cool. Thanks for that information. That's awesome.
It's a great game. It's a great match. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow night against OCU, right?
Yes. Come back 2 o'clock, and it's Youth Day. We're going to do a free clinic afterwards, so get your littles out here. We're going to have a good time together.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach. We appreciate it. This has been the Lone Star Conference Network. I'm here with head coach Kendra Potts. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night at 2 p.m.